Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I guess we're positioned a little bit different today. You can't exactly see the geode that you normally see in my videos, but I have a couple crystals here and I have my cup of coffee. I thought I would show you my cup of coffee because I like looking at people's cups of coffee. Well, at least their mugs or their cups. So today we have Witch's Brew. And you can see my very milky coffee. Move that out of the way. Take a sip there. And we have a calcite little fairy. And I like to keep her next to my mom's ashes, as well as this dream amethyst little frog that I also keep next to my mom's ashes. My mom loved fairies and the outdoors and gardens, so I like to keep those little trinkets next to her ashes. Sorry to start out the video a little morbid. I don't know, it might seem a little morbid to some, but I like to keep little things next to her ashes. But anyway, I'm totally getting off topic here. And sorry if that was triggering to some. Today we are on a happier note. We have a haul video. We have some new release coloring books. Well, one new release. Some some newer releases, and some that are not new but are just new to me. And I wanted to show them to you today. This is a little bit of a part 2 of my birthday haul because I used some of my birthday money to purchase these coloring books. I was saving it up, and then I thought, why not treat myself to some new coloring books I've been eyeing. As always, disclaimer for dogs barking and noises. One day I won't live in a noisy apartment, but for now I do. So noises, I do apologize. I think we'll keep the little frog out, but we might put the fairy back next to Mom. Okay. So the first thing I want to show is not a coloring book, but it's something coloring related. And it's in a little box here. It is something, well, found by my friend Brittany. And they're actually page clips. I haven't opened them yet, but you could use them for sheet music, or you can use them for hardcover. Let's take them out. Take them, use them for hardcover. See, hardcover. I don't know why I put my finger there. Hardcover coloring books, and it holds your page while you're coloring. And it came with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. About 7 of them, and they were about $12 on Amazon. So yeah, they're plastic, obviously, and they do say that you love music, so they're not the cutest aesthetic, but they'll do the job. So yeah. I haven't tested them out yet. I think you can also buy something similar on Temu, but I don't know how sturdy they'll be. Now I can't close the box. I think these will probably be like much sturdier. Excuse me. It's a bit early for me, so I'm just waking up. Let's put our little froggy over here. Now you can't see him. Well, he might be out of frame, but we're more interested in the coloring books anyway. Let me adjust. There we go. Let me adjust. Let me take a sip of my milky coffee. Out of my little cauldron here. So the first book we have is Warrior Women by Debra Muller. And as I'm filming this, she just came out with a new coloring book. It was her newest release. But like I said, just as I'm filming this, she just came out with a new one. It was like Spring Bonnets or something like that. So this is her second newest release. So not the newest, unfortunately. Excuse me. But I really like the matte cover. It's really nice. So it's nice. Nice matte cover. Her newer books. I got an older, spoiler alert, but I got an older copy of a Debra Muller book too in this haul. And that one is not matte, and this one is. So yeah, let's get through this flip through. Here's the color swatch page. And it says Warrior Women. And Poppy is eating some kibble, if you can hear that. And unlike some of her other coloring books, I did do a quick flip. I'm sorry, this is not my first flip, but I was just really excited. And also, she did post a flip on Instagram and Facebook, so it's already a bit spoiled for me. But I'm still having fun flipping with you guys. It seems like the characters are a bit more like zoomed in rather than like farther away. Seems like that seems to be her style lately with her newer books. I really like this book. That's why I got it. I'm funny. But they seem to be like fantasy, like Viking type women, which is pretty cool. Obviously this book is untouched. I wanted to show you guys before I colored anything. And also, if you didn't know, I have like 1,000 coloring books, so I don't know when I'm gonna get to this. This definitely reads like Viking woman, like Valkyrie. This is more like fantasy girl to me. Take another sip of my coffee. But it definitely has Debra's signature style of girl. I was going through Debra's catalog of books, and I noticed she has an older book that's like fantasy men, and I was really wanting to get it. It'd be cool if she came out with like a fantasy men, or just like men in general, like a newer book. This was the page that drew me in. When I saw this page, I wanted it because I love dragons. I have one of her dragon books, like an older book. But I love this page. It like looked like Daenerys to me, or like Fourth Wing. I was like, yes, dragons. I'm not so much into her religious books. I know she came out with a Bible women book, and that wasn't really my thing. No hate to anyone that is your thing. That's cool that she does that for people who like that. But I like this book, so you know, she does books for people who like it. So this is like a pirate queen. I really like Debra's art, so I'm going to continue to support her. regardless of what she does. But if she does something I'm not a fan of, then I just won't buy it. I'm not gonna like throw a fuss if she does something I'm not a fan of. This is a cool one. Interesting. Be interesting coloring her hair is what I mean. Oh, my dogs are going at it. Oh, there's a little lizard. I wish there was more dragons in this book, but I know it's not warrior women and dragons. It's just warrior women. Girls! I'm sorry. And that's it. I really like this book. I think it's a cool book. Warrior Women. It'll be a fun one to color. Okay. Let me see if I can find my other Deborah book so you guys can see in contrast like the difference between her old style and her new style. I like all of her books, so this is an older book, and it was one that I was eyeing for a while. I think it's really cute. It's a little bent. I don't know what happened here. Sorry, hopefully you won't mind my dogs playing. Daisy's not quite a year old, so she's still like hyper. Yeah, this one's like a little bent. No. I don't know what happened there. You guys can't see, but like in the corner right here is a little bent. Anyway, this is Artsy Girls. And it's illustrated by the same person, which is pretty cool. It's by Deborah Mueller again. And I think this one is really fun. And like I mentioned, this one has a glossy cover. Like I said, I think I do prefer the matte covers. And it says Creative Artsy Crafty Girls. This one's all about like hobbies and stuff like that. And you can definitely see this is definitely like way like more busier. There's a lot more detail on this page opposed to Warrior Women. I don't know what year this book came out. You'd have to look on Amazon. She Shed. That's cute. But I thought this book was really cute. I think I'll have to mostly do like colored pencil with this book, which doesn't bother me. I don't think that alcohol marker would work. I don't know. I've seen a few people color in this book, and I've been eyeing it for a while, and I really wanted it in my collection. Boss Babe. I like this one. Soap bath. Bath bombs. Goat milk. And then there's a little goat right there. I think this one's supposed to be Deborah. It's like a coloring book queen. I like that she included someone that's like her that makes coloring books. And then we have a DJ. We have a party planner. We have a nail tech. We have someone who likes knitting. We have a poet or someone who likes reading. Could be either. We have a baker. A painter. Then we have someone like us. Someone who likes coloring, but they're in a park. I really love this page. Celloist. dancer, a makeup guru or artist. Seems like this person just likes crafts. This person likes cooking. This girl's just a girl who likes stuff. I don't know. Diamond painting. I know a lot of people like that. Never could get into diamond painting. A hairdresser. Someone who likes sewing. Crochet, maybe? This is just paintbrushes, so I'm assuming painting. Salsa dancing. Jewelry making. Photography. This is just another like general crafting page. I'm kind of bummed out this page, like this book is a little bent. Hopefully it'll like straighten out over time. And that's it. But yeah, this book is super cute. It's called Artsy Girls for anybody who wants to get it. Like I said, it's a little bit of an older Deborah book, but I wanted it in my collection. It'll be a fun one to color. If I've gotten to the point where I have so many coloring books, that's what it is. It's a collection, guys. Next, I have Gnomes at Home by Teresa Goodridge. And this is, I believe, my first Teresa Goodridge book. I think I may have had a couple Teresa Goodridge books back in the day. This was like forever ago. Let me take a sip of my coffee. Like I forget what I'm blanking on what. Like, it's the Dove. Good Dove or something like that. The company that she normally publishes under. But this is something a little different. This is like a collection. But anyway, I believe I did have some of her books, like before I had my YouTube channel and before I was online, like chronically online. Before I was doing my coloring stuff. And I was just like coloring as a hobby, and it's still a hobby, but now I do the YouTube stuff. So I don't know that it's my first Teresa Goodridge, but anyway, I don't know that I have her books anymore. But anyway, this book came out, I want to say in January, and I'm just getting it now. And like I said, it's a Thickums. And it's super cute. It's just a bunch of gnomes, as it says, Gnomes at Home. And I really like her style of coloring books, but I just haven't. Yeah, it says Dover Publishing. That's what it is, Dover. I don't believe I have any Dover coloring books at the moment. I would have to double check because, like I said, I have quite a bit of coloring books at the moment. But I know in the past I did have some, and I may have had a couple of her coloring books, maybe, you know, but I don't think I currently do. Let's see what this says. It says, are you a homebody? Homebody, I can't read. If so, you're in good company because gnomes enjoy staying home too. The 62 whimsical illustrations within this book feature your favorite little characters all around the house, whether it's watching a movie from their cozy couch, playing a card game, exercising in their gnome gym, working from home. For these adorable little creatures, it's all about gnome, sweet gnome. Now, the only thing they need is for you to relax, unwind, and fill their world with color. Very cute. So, the back of the pages all have this print on there. So, if you're going to use marker, alcohol marker, just letting you know it's going to get ruined. But these books are extremely detailed, at least like not like Kirby detailed, like for our colorists out there that do very detailed, but they're more detailed than our cozy books. So I would say most of these books I'm probably going to use colored pencil anyway. But just letting you know, they have this pretty print on the back, and that's not the norm for normally Dover Publishing, but this is like something different. This book is. I'm not really sure why they decided to add this pretty floral print. But anyway, let's get into the flip. Like I said, there's not too many flips of this book on YouTube. So I thought I would show you guys this book because I bought it. So I don't know, maybe in the future I'll get more Teresa Goodridge, but this is my, like I said, my quote-unquote first, at least more recent book of hers. Taking another sip there. But it is more detailed. Like I said, it's not like extremely detailed like some adult coloring books are, but there's a bit more details here. Like if I were to use like an Ohuhu marker, it would not work, at least for me. I mean, if you have like some really fine tip Ohuhu markers or like alcohol markers, maybe it could work. But I think, honestly, colored pencils are probably your best bet here because look how tiny that is. But anyway, here's the first page. Like I said, on the back of every page, this is this pretty floral print. So do you really want to ruin that? I don't know. I don't really want to ruin it. Excuse me. You probably want to keep it intact. Is that a boy gnome knitting? Because it looks like he has a beard. Or a mustache. I guess that's a boy. I don't know. Or is that a girl? I don't know. I think that's a girl. Yeah, I think the girls have like parted hair on the sides, and then the guys have like the full beard. Yeah, the girls have the parted. Okay, I'm getting it. I'm new to this. Girls doing laundry. Why couldn't it be the guy doing laundry? I like the quilted hat. I believe she's an English artist, Teresa Goodridge, which is pretty cool. This is a really cute page. They're snuggling up in front of their little mushroom home. Hopefully you guys don't mind a longer video because I have a few books after this, and this book is a little lengthy. A reader, we love that. And I believe this is a girl gnome because we have the hair parted on the side. Yeah, the hair is parted on the side. I think that means girl. I'm learning with Teresa's illustrations. Oh, that is so cute. The little bike and then the little scene with the trees and the houses. Combing her man's beard. Fishing. Dishes. Once again, why couldn't it be the guy doing the dishes? Why has it got to be the girl? Looks like they're painting the house. Sewing. Feeding. I really like this page. They're feeding the woodland creatures. She's baking an apple pie. That's very sweet. The guys, the fellows, are playing a card game. And I like his hat. He's got a patches on his hat. Oh, is he cheating? He's got cards in his hat. Well, I guess he's got a card in his hat, too. She doing makeup, or is she just staring at herself? Here's a birthday page. Writing a letter. More painting and hanging up wallpaper. Oh, she's in the shower. Like, I feel like a page like this could be done with alcohol marker. It's not such small details. I mean, I don't know. Happy camper. A little camping. And it's all your perspective. You're the artist. Like, if you get this book, you could totally... I'm gonna sip over there. If you see it and you're like, I could totally do the small details with marker. You know? I think this page is really cute. Food is love. They're eating like salads. Like, see, this one I could definitely tell is a girl with the pigtails, but I like this one. Taking the dogs for a walk. This one's more like a summer one. She's in the pool and he's just with his umbrella. They have their baby. Little family. Mushroom picking. This one could be like a fall one. Garden party. This is a cute one. Hot tubbing. I like the little patches on their hats. Fixing his car. I think they're doing yoga. It's interesting. Oh, that's adorable. Movie night with the little cat on the floor. This is definitely a fall one with the pumpkins. Gnome tales. Is she just reading to herself? I guess so. Not sure what's going on here. There's like a table and I'm not sure what's in their hands. I don't know what that is. She's working out. Watering her flowers. Oh, she's coloring. She's just like us. I lost my breath there for a second. But I'm not sure what he's doing. He's got a pencil and a laptop out. I don't know why I lost my breath there for a second. Swinging together. I think the pages are perforated. I can't say the word. You can rip them out, is what I'm trying to say. Pizza time. I like a pizza every now and then. Family dinner. Could be like Thanksgiving vibes if you wanted it to be. Just enjoying sitting on her front porch with her flowers. I dig it. That's cute. Sitting by the pool. Try not to rip this out. Well, this is like a winter building a snowman. Rise and shine. Breakfast in bed. And I love this one because my mom was from the UK and I have some of these. I don't really use them, but I have them. That's the last page. I'm trying not to rip these out. Okay, and that's the back of the book. There's Gnome Place Like Home. And it was a really cute book. I can't wait to color some pages in here. And I guess the front does equal female. I don't know. Here's the front. Sorry, I'm like messing up my camera. But yeah. Mess up. There we go. There's the front. And I guess this does equal female gnome. Okay. We spent a lot of time on that book. Let's get to some other books. Next, we have a book that is not new, but is new to me, which is Jewelry Box by Hannah Carlson. And this is my first Hannah Carlson book, so I'm pretty excited. And this is why I got the page clips, so I can keep the pages intact. And this book, it says came out in 2018, so it's not new. If you're in the coloring community, you've probably seen this book. There's 1,000 flips of it, so I'll do a speedy flip of it. There's a description on the back of what it is, but like I said, it's an older book. I love this. I love the art in here. That's why I picked it. I won't spend a whole lot of time on this book. In fact, I don't know if I'm going to do a full flip of it. I do want to show it, but if we skip a few pages here and there, I hope you guys don't mind. Just because, like I said, it's an older book, and there's a lot of flip throughs on YouTube if you're interested. Yeah, we're gonna skip a couple pages here and there. We skipped a couple pages. Hope you don't mind. But it definitely has thick pages, which is nice. This is definitely, a lot of people use gel pens. I love that, it's so cute. There's a lot of peacocks in this one, which I think I might have skipped another peacock page. But, their eyes are so like eerie in this. But yeah. Sorry if this feels a little rushed. But like I said, this is an older book. It is new to me, but I don't want to spend a lot of time on it just because I don't want to bore you guys. It's older and you guys may have seen it before. And I have another Hannah Carlson book, and I'll flip through that. Thank you. And here's the back. A very cute illustration of a mouse on the back. Yeah, it's hardcover. So yeah, it's that one. We have another Hannah Carlson book, and I'll show you. It's actually smaller than I thought. With Deborah's book, they're actually a little bit smaller. So if you're interested in buying any Hannah Carlson books, they're actually a little bit smaller than and this one is, I didn't read the title, Tales from the Forest Kingdom. Let's see if it says when it came out. This one came out in 2021, so like I said, a bit older. This one's more like fairies in the forest. The other one was like inside and like jewels and stuff. So, like I said, we'll do a quick flip. Very pretty. I believe Coloring Haven has a newer book of hers. It's called Fantasy Pets, if you like her style. If you want to order that. I didn't order it, but yeah. He reminds me of Robin Hood, Disney. This is definitely like some more detailed stuff. So even I admit I'm a little intimidated. But I wanted to get some of her stuff. This toad is crazy. It's like a tree on its back. I like the ponies. Got a wizard with a dog with mushrooms on his back. Oh, I can't see the frog anymore. I guess we'll put the frog away. Oh, the owl. That's pretty cool. And that's Tales from the Forest Kingdom. Okay, and lastly, I'll go a little slower with this one. Let me take another sip of my coffee. We have A Million Puppies by Lulu Mayo. And this one came out, I want to say maybe December or January. It's a more recent release. And I had it on pre-order, but then I was like, no, I'll cancel it. And then I regretted it. So I ended up buying it. And I have a couple of Lulu Mayo books. I think I have the Sloth book. And then I have her Magical Creatures, Million Magical Creatures. I think that's the only two I have. And I'm not the proudest of my coloring in those books. I haven't really showed them much. But, yeah, this is her newer one, I think, that came out. And she has a new one coming out this year, too. I'm not really sure what the style is going to be. But, yeah, I thought that Lulu Mayo was an artist that I was coloring, you know, in the past. And I kind of strayed away from her stuff. But I thought, why not go back to Lulu Mayo? I liked her stuff in the past. And why not go back? She has really cute art. Yeah, it says 2024. So I'm assuming it was December or November. But it was not that long ago. And this one's just all puppies. And it's super, super cute. Let me get it in frame here. I don't know. I know her art isn't for everybody because it's very busy. I guess busy is the word, but it's very cute. Very kawaii, very cute. It's adorable. If you haven't checked out Lulu Mayo's art, her books, I highly recommend them. I think gel pen and color pencil is the way to go because they are double-sided. See, they are double-sided. I guess you could use some water-based markers. I've never tried, but yeah, I've mostly used colored pencil. But yeah, very cute. And we see a lot of shoes and sunglasses and flowers here. I know I've seen some flip-throughs recently where people say that her art has improved from her old style. And I don't know if I agree. I like her art before and I like it now. I don't know. I would have to look back at some of her old coloring books to like really make an informed decision whether I like her old stuff better or her new stuff now. This is really cute. I like the little couch and the little chair. I always like the waves. It's cute. I like that she's incorporated some of her other characters in here. It's not just the dogs, because in her, I have her millions of creatures, like they make some appearances in here. She always has like a lot of food in her books, like a lot of cakes. Like this page is full of cakes and donuts. Excuse me. Definitely adorable. Oh, look at the little tail right there. Is that a monkey? And this page has a black background. They're all sleeping. This has a unicorn, which I love. I might have to get her unicorn book. I don't have it. This page is a lot more simple. Looks like they're in a dresser in that one. Shoes again. Which my dog loves socks, so it reminds me of my dog, Daisy. This one's cute. They're all cute, but I particularly like that page. We have a teapot with dogs and hats. And we have a parfait. She usually has a page where they're like inside of a dessert. I have like an artsy page. Yeah, her pages definitely take some time, for sure, because they are very, like, I want to say detailed, but I know compared to what some people color, they're not as detailed as some people's, but they do have some detail to them. Looks like a little Shih Tzu. A lot of corgis. You can color them any colors you want, but yeah. This was definitely like an impulse buy. I was like, Lulu Mail, puppies, yes. I love this page. I want to color this one, I feel like, first. Maybe because it's a little less busy. I don't know. But I also love the dog and this one. This one is a lot, but it's cute. I like this page. Little dragons and hedgehogs and little girl. Very cute. Oh, we're getting stuck. I always find it harder to flip pages towards the end. Well, that puppy's eating a cupcake. Hopefully it's not chocolate. I would not color it to be chocolate. More desserts and balloons, and there's little raccoons. I think they have a different name in like Japan, but I'll call them raccoons. This is adorable. Very cute. Very, very cute. I like that one as well. The little dog looking out the window, staring at the bird. More dogs and cakes. If you like cakes and dogs, I recommend this book. That's also a very cute page. More simple. And I think That's it. And then we have this more simple page at the back. So yeah. That is A Million Puppies, Possum Pooches to Color by Lulu Mayo. This should be a fun one to color. So I hope you enjoyed this flip through / ramble video. Thank you guys for watching.